My name is Larry McKinnon.
Melissa Sukowski.
And on my right, Pete Bellis. And online,
Amy Watts.
very good. So we have a quorum tonight of commissioners here. This is the opening of the Oh my goodness, it's going fast, but May 27th, Planning Commission, we have one item on our agenda tonight. For minute reviews, we have minutes that will be caught up at our next meeting. We have 3 meetings. Due to a lack of manning, they haven't been tied up, but soon they'll be typed up for approval. So we have one hearing before us tonight. And for all of you, I go through a script that's required by Oregon Revised Statute. There's certain things I need to say and inform you of at each meeting. It's standard protocol. So I'll read through it and then we'll get to the rest of the meeting. All right, so good evening. My name is Larry McKinley. I am the chairperson for the Stayton Planning Commission, and I will be presiding over this hearing. This is the time and place set for the public hearing in the matter of land use file number 5-02/25, an application for vacation of an alleyway between First and Second Avenues running from Pine to East Pine. This hearing is now open. Vacations of streets and alleys is the subject of Oregon Revised Statutes 271, Section 130. The statute establishes criterion of determining that the vacation would not prejudice the public interest. All testimony, arguments, and evidence received during this public hearing must be directed towards this approval criterion or to such other rule, law, regulation, or policy which you believe to apply to this case. If you have documents, maps, or letters that you wish to have considered by this body, they must be formally placed in the record of this proceeding. To do that, either before or after you speak, please submit them electronically to city staff. Prior to the conclusion of this hearing, any participant may request an opportunity to present additional evidence, arguments, or testimony regarding the application involved here. Continuances may take the form of holding an additional public hearing with oral testimony allowed, or may consist of holding the evidentiary record open for a period of time designated by the city for submittal from the public written evidence. At this time, I would like to ask the audience if there are any objections to the notice that was provided in this case. Hearing none, to the jurisdiction of this body to hear and consider this case. Hearing none, are there any declarations of conflict of interest, ex parte contact, or bias by the members of the commission?
No.
Okay. Hearing none. If you are providing testimony during the public hearing, please state your name and address for the record as a participant in the hearing. The city is required to notify you of the final results of the process. All right, we are now ready for staff introduction.
Okay, James Baxter, who lives on Second Avenue, that abuts this alleyway, applied to have the alleyway vacated. He is here today and he'll provide some background on that application. What's different about an alleyway vacation is that the Stayton Municipal Code doesn't have any regulations for the vacation. So we depend on the Oregon State statute, which you had read. So it needs to serve a public good when you vacate a property. James Baxter, Mr. Baxter, got the required 2/3 of property affected by the vacation. Most of the parcels around the alleyway are owned by a particular person. So if you add up the acreage, he has greater than 2/3 that is needed. I did send out public notice and to get feedback from all the various agencies in the area, including gas, Pacific Power, SCTC, all of the organizations. And the only feedback, well, other than someone mentioning that they don't have any feedback, Astound, SCTC did say that they have a wire that serves First Avenue there, so that they would require an easement. So I am suggesting to the Planning Commission, if they do recommend to vacate the alleyway, that they provide a public utility easement for any utilities that may be in that alleyway. So the next part, once you hear the applicant and make your decision, it would just be a recommendation, and there is a scheduled hearing with the city council on the 16th of June, so that they would take under consideration the recommendation of the planning commission, and then they would make the final approval at that hearing. That's
All
it.
right, very good. Just a point of clarification for those that are here. What Jennifer said is that in this instance, we don't have authority from this council to make approval of the request. We are the first body that hears it, and then if we either make a recommendation not to or a recommendation to approve, it moves to city council. They are the authority for approving the actual vacating of the alleyway. All right, so at this point, thank you, Jennifer, your presentation, applicant presentation, please. Make sure if the mic's light is not on, you push the button to turn the green light on before you state your name and address. Yep. There you go.
I am the applicant, James Baxter. I live on 1435 North 2nd Avenue in Stayton. And the reason why I decided to put the application in is because there has been people that have been parking in the alleyway. And as an easement, it seems like it should be where people can drive through. And there's been multiple times throughout the year and last year where I've tried to drive my vehicle through there and haven't been able to because people park there. And then the other reason why I wanted to do this is because there has been countless times where people have been basically posted up there and have been littering. And I have a dog, and at 4:30 in the morning, I don't know if my neighbors really appreciate my dog barking at them because of them being there. But I just feel like for the people on the residents on the street and then the commercial properties, it would be best for everyone in that area that the easement would be vacated. So we could put a fence up and then there would be no access through there anymore. I have tried to I drive a F-350 dually, and they kind of park on Evelyn's property, but it's still not enough room to get through. And also I wanted to ask, where do I find the information to send? I don't know what, I have a map that even shows the vehicle parked in the easement, and I don't know if that would help at all, but I would like to send that to you guys so you could see on the map to where there's just no way to drive around unless we drove over Evelyn's property, and there's like a tree, so there's no possible way to drive through.
So I think I stated earlier in my opening is that you're welcome to submit anything. If you have an electronic map, you can send it to the planning commission and they will be part of the packet.
Okay.
What was I going to say? I went down and rode through the property and rode through the alleyway the other day, met your dog on the other side of the fence.
Yeah.
And there was a pickup parked in the middle of the alleyway. So I understand what you were saying.
Yeah. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Anything else from you?
Nope.
Okay. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Are there any other comments from the public on this? Hearing none then. Are there any questions from the commissioners?
I have one question. Does any of the property owners along there use the alley for access to their property? I mean, are there gates along there?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So I spoke to my neighbor, the one that parks there, and they have a lean-to, and I don't know if it's up to I don't want to throw them under the bus or anything, but I don't know that it's like another living headquarters for the other occupants in the house next to me. And so, and he'll park there during the day and then he'll move his truck at night. And so, so they use the gate back there so he can walk from there to the back of the house. But at the end of the night, he drives on the street of 2nd Avenue and then walks through anyways. So,
Thank you.
Yep.
Okay.
So one, so how is that demarked, or what is that? So when Mr. Baxter or anybody else does anything, how is that? How do they know where it is? And so if the SETC comes said, I need to bring a backhoe through and I need to dig this up right here.
That is something I guess we could include in our recommendation, that there be some mark currently, because usually our public utilities are just laid out in a survey, on the survey, and they're not marked. It's just a public utility is about 10 feet. In this case, we'd probably do the whole alleyway just in case there's some other issue. I mean, I'm curious as staff to what you intend to do, if you intend to close it off, because right now it is, you can drive there if somebody's not parked. And yeah, like, have you talked to your neighbors about what you intend to do to block it off? Or
yeah, I talked to my neighbor and told him that we plan on getting a surveyor out and building the fence along the whatever her Evelyn's property is, and then everybody else's property. And so he understands, and it's the son's house, and then the dad is the one that parks there. And so he should be here, but he's not here. But he already came to the understanding that I got the majority votes or signatures and that it was going to happen. And for the STC or the Wi-Fi, I don't know what the company, but for theirs, I don't know what access they need or where the line is. So I don't really, I guess, have that answer. But the plan was to get the surveyor, put the fence all the way along the line, and then the corner lots close their fence up.
So I guess, Jennifer, from my perspective, I have a 24-foot easement on the back of my house. I have a concrete block wall on the back of my house and adjoining houses. And if at such time they need to come in, they're going to come in and they're going to remove part of it. They're going to do the work. And in those cases, when they have to do that, I don't know if they have to replace, but they need to make it right if they dig things up. So
Yes.
it's kind of the Public Utility Commission when they do that. So
Yeah.
I'm wondering if you need to put a gate on either end.
that would
That's
be a
probably-
conversation with SCTC. I think that would be, as a property owner, and if the approval to vacate it is approved and you end up moving your property line to butt up against Evelyn's, then at that point, I think it would bear having a conversation between the property owners and SCTC
Yeah.
to say, if you guys need to come in here and we gate this up, what would you like to see? And be good partners in it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Any other questions from the commission? Nope. Melissa? Amy?
No, thank you.
Thank you. So is there any other summary from the applicant other than what you've told us already?
I guess I'll speak on behalf of the Spaniels Plumbing. They had to come in and it's from, I don't know who it is, but the city of Stayton was going to basically fine them for having trash out there that wasn't theirs. And so in one of the owner's days, he, instead of, I don't know, working or whatnot, that's what he had to do, was to do that so they didn't get fined. And so that's what I'm trying to kind of eliminate, is because I don't know, there's been countless times where people have just been hanging out there, and then I got to call my dog in, and they just, I don't know if it's from, I don't know why it's like a desired spot to kind of hang out for, but it just kind of sucks for them that they have to take care of trash that doesn't belong to them. And so that is, I guess, just another point. I thought the other owner was going to be here to basically give his own summary, but I talked with him before last week about it, and that's what he told me. So
Very good. Thank you.
I'm sorry, I have one quick question then. Are you talking about the owner of the other business? Or-
it's Evelyn's property, but the Spaniel Plumbing, they lease out that property. And so as it was on the lot line of Spaniel's Plumbing, they had to take care of it.
Oh, okay. And is there, just looking at the map, is there another business there that are they in part of this conversation at all?
The computer place,
I think so, yeah.
I have not talked to them. But it was right behind the structure of Spaniel's Plumbing. And so that's why they were, I guess, contacted to take care of the garbage mess.
Okay. Okay, thanks.
All right, hearing no other input, any staff, return input from the staff? Move back.
Yeah, I can add that there was a code enforcement issue at Spaniels, and our code enforcement officer spoke to them. They said it wasn't their junk or their rubbish junk, and she said you're there, you need to clean it up. So it is the responsibility of the person, but like you're saying, it wasn't their junk. It was other people coming through.
Thank you. So if there's no other staff input, then at this point in time, I'm declaring the hearing closed. All right, so this is time for commission deliberation, input, conversation. I can start. I know that we vacated within the city of Stayton several alleyways with private properties. This is not uncommon to have this request these days. And I know that we vacated the alleyway just to the south of that location on Pine and Farrell. So it's been done adjacent to this property also. So there's not an alleyway that runs, parallel to First Street all the way down or along Second Street. So I guess I would just add that point in. Other than that, I have no other input.
As more of the properties along First become businesses, the need for the alleyway for access, so you're not accessing straight onto First Street, becomes a lot less needed. So I don't see a problem.
Okay. All right. Very good. Amy, do you have any other input?
I tend to agree with what you're saying. I just think that if for some reason anybody hasn't been contacted about the plans that are immediately adjacent to that alley, to just let everyone know.
So did we send notices out? We did send notices out, Amy, to all the property owners.
Okay.
All right, thank you. Then if we're at that point, and deliberation is complete, I guess it's a decision of the planning council or commission. Is there a recommendation from any one of the council members?
You're asking for a motion.
Mhm.
I move that the planning commission recommend to the Stayton City Council that the alleyway between North First Avenue and North Second Avenue, running from East Pine to East First Streets, be vacated and adopt the draft order presented by the staff.
Thank you. Melissa?
That's a mouthful of a motion.
Okay, so we have a motion moved by Commissioner Satowski and a second by Commissioner Bellis. Any discussion? All right, all in favor with, case. Okay, hold. So
I'm really having a hard time hearing you, and I don't really know what you just got through saying about Second and First Street and
So
what
the-
the
so-
alleyway had to do with it. The alleyway isn't gonna cause any more traction on those two streets, because there's not anybody getting through there now. For years, they haven't been.
So Evelyn, what we did is we closed the hearing. The motion was just made to recommend to city council to approve vacating the alleyway.
Oh, okay.
That's where we're at right now.
Okay, I just can't
That's
hear what
fine.
you're saying.
All right, perfect. So that's where we're at.
Okay. 'cause
So we've
there's
had a
no-
motion to approve it and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. So with that said, the council meeting for this month for planning commission is adjourned. And so it moves forward from here to city council. And the next city council meeting is?
Well, there's one before the 16th, but the 16th is when it's scheduled.
16th. So the 16th of June,
June.
this will be before city council for consideration.
Okay,
Okay,
okay.
perfect. Thank you.
Uh-huh, you're welcome.
All right, so we are adjourned.